Claude, what is the perfect place where you would send Kevin Durant if he were to get traded? One place.
Where did Dwight Howard go?
After where?
NBA.
Oh, he went to Taiwan.
Yeah, that part. Fucking can't stand him, bro.
So you would have sent him to Taiwan?
Get him out of here. Pack him up. Marcus Camby.
That's hate.
Yo, it is hate. Big
That's hate.
I got no. Yo, he's not the guy.
You've been saying that a while.
He's never been the guy. He wants to be the guy so bad, or be with the guy. Pause. But still, he's not the guy, bro. He's not it. Like, that's it. He's in the NBA, and it's like, okay.
It's been a rough go since he's left Golden State, to say the least.
Very. You know where he would thrive? I'll tell you this. And there will be a lot of factors that would have to come into play. I think he would thrive on the Spurs.
I can see that, yes.
I think he would thrive.
See, the thing is, with Kevin Durant's game, not to cut you off, but you made a great point, is that his game fits anywhere. Mm-hmm. You can plug and play him anywhere, and his game won't change because he has a seamless game that can fit into any particular team or system. So the Suns, Kevin Durant, are discussing their future plans. If the team can be able to make a run, get into the playoffs, maybe win a first round series, have a chance to make a deep run into the playoffs, he and the Suns will consider maintaining their partnership. If things don't go the right way, they are talking about exit strategies and where he would like to go. So Kevin Durant is going to be on the move again, which is expected. And I've said that his legacy is a very muddied one. Like, it's very murky when I go ahead and think about where his place is historically. But if we're just going to play where's the best place for him to go, we just talked about him being a fit everywhere. But what makes the most sense? Golden State, yeah, you can say he can go back to Golden State. Does he want to do that? Because he had a problem with Steph being the guy before. Steph is still the guy. Steph was always going to be the guy in Golden State. That's just the way it is. I think that it's time for him to go back home. I think it's time for him to go back to Oklahoma City.
That'd be a good fit.
Yeah, I think at this stage of his career, partnering him up with SGA, Jalen Williams, and him be the number 2 to Shea, that is going to extend his career and also give him the best chance to be able to succeed, to win multiple championships at the twilight end of his career. You know, he left when I don't believe that he should have, right? Oklahoma City was right there. 3-1 lead against the Golden State Warriors, and they choked it away. You run that team back the next season, who's to say that they don't beat Golden State? Who's to say that they don't create a new rivalry with the Warriors, and the Warriors may not have 4 titles. Maybe they have 2 titles, right? Kevin Durant was pretty much the I want to say linchpin of that entire dynamic. Kevin Durant stays in OKC. They now have a chance to compete with the Warriors and possibly get to the finals and maybe win a championship or 2. They have the team to do it. They have the best GM in basketball that's still there putting this new team together, right? So who's to say that they wouldn't be able to do it? But then he goes to Golden State and wins 2 titles there. So the linchpin for the last decade for these 2 franchises are pretty much linked. So why not go back? Why not go back to Oklahoma City and finish what you started? Show these young guys that you can be able to be the veteran and also a guy that they can lean on in the playoffs. Yes, sir, you have the hand raised.
He can't do that. He's not the guy.
But he doesn't have to be the guy, is what I'm saying.
But it takes the guy to make that decision at this point in his career. You got to have that guy in you, and he doesn't have it.
Yeah, but you're talking about the guy like he's the number one. You would have Shea. Shea's going to win the MVP this year.
Good.
There's the best team in the league in regards to record-wise, or second in the league, but they're best in the West, right? So if he's the number one option, and you can be able to get a Kevin Durant as a number two option, that is a perfect marriage. This is why the Lakers are thriving right now, is because they have a real number one all of a sudden. Anthony Davis was never a number one. He was a number two masquerading as a number one, which is why the connection never worked. Which is why LeBron couldn't pass the torch to Anthony Davis, because you can't pass the torch to a number two. This is why Bruce Wayne couldn't pass the torch to Robin, because he was always going to be Nightwing. Couldn't be Batman. You understand what I'm saying? He was always a number two. Can't make it number two, number one. Can't do it.
He's okay with that.
But I don't think he is. Until maybe now. If he really wants to win, is what I'm saying. If he just wants to keep playing, he can go anywhere. But if he wants to win and kind of wrap the bow around his career, go back to Oklahoma City. Go to OKC. Help Shea and those boys get a title.
I could also see him on the Nuggets.
They would have to make some moves. They would have to get rid of MPJ. They would have to get rid of a lot of guys to make space for Kevin Durant. But, I mean, him and Jokic, I'm sure will work. He can work anywhere. But I'm just talking about the ideal fit is him going back home to OKC. Hell, I'd even like to see Russ go back there. Get the band back together. Get the band back together. That'd be great.